All right. Thank you all so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga, 26 postures, and 2 breathing exercises. If at any point during class something just doesn't feel right for your body, trust that instinct. Remember that you can modify a posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. There is a rhyme and a reason to every posture we do, and yoga at times can be challenging, right? That's okay. But you're never going to a point of pain, a point where you could cause harm to yourself or others. For the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'll stand back a bit and show you in periphery. Take a moment with your arms down by your side, stand up nice and tall. Good for you. Feel your feet on the floor. Good. Starting to arrive in your yoga space and your yoga practice. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you were saluting or greeting the sun. Slowly exhale through your nose, bend your knees and fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale through your nose, lengthen halfway. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. Inhale. And on your next exhale, hug your elbows into your ribs and lower down halfway. Hover above the floor. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale through your nose, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Can bend one knee, straighten the other, and press your heels to the floor. Lift your tailbone to the ceiling. Drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you today, come down onto your knees, take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen back into your halfway lift, back flat, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly exhale through your nose, bend your knees and fold forward, relax your head. Inhale, arms to your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale as you fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step back into your high plank or tabletop. Let's hold our plank for a moment here. Spread your fingers wide. If that lowering down motion doesn't work for you, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, lower down, hover above the floor, and then inhale, come up into your up dog or cobra. If you're doing up dog, try to get thighs off the floor. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Now, if you're doing down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb, so you're not putting all of your weight into your wrists. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen halfway, weight in the toes. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, abdomen in, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can step or float back. If you float back, you want to lower down with elbows bent. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Try to get your heels to the floor if you're in down dog. Heels aren't touching the floor. Try taking a wider stance. If you have tight hamstrings, you can micro bend your knees so you're not putting as much weight into the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your knees back, lift your hips up, drop your head, and breathe. Inhale, look forward, you can step or float forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with ears lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful, so that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 into yoga, beginning with pranayama, deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. So come to the middle of your mat space with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and bring all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, And begin, inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good, inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch, pointing to the wall in front of you. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up as you exhale. Open your mouth wide like you're fogging up the mirror on the ceiling. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your butt. Lock your legs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, feel your kneecaps lifting up, glutes contracting, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Stomach, stomach, stomach. Marsha, marsha, marsha. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, abdomen in, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push and squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change. Arms down, curl out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip so other thumb, pinky fingers on top. We'll switch our grip throughout class. Bring your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. You can swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. You're learning to breathe a little slower, a little longer, a little deeper, full lungs. Exhale, head up. So take your time. There's no rush. Slowly head back. Reach your arms forward. Slowly exhale. Elbows touch. Lungs empty. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push and squeeze. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. Use your chin to push your knuckles down. Keep the fingers interlocked up to the webbing, palms face the floor. Exhale, head up. Now use your knuckles to push your head back. Head resists a little bit. Squeeze your palms together, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Slowly bring the chin down. Look straight ahead. Can you bring your elbows back as well as up? Exhale, head up. Can you grow taller even as you exhale? Abdomen in, chest up, arms forward. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now. Elbows touch. Change. Arms down. Keep your abdomen engaged. Feet together. Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana. Half moon with hands to feet pose. Feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers. Release your index fingers. Cross your thumbs. Nice tight grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Press your hips a little forward. Squeeze your palms together. Bring your head and arms back. Touch your biceps to your ears. You want your hips, your pelvis, your chest, your rib cage, everything opening to the wall in front of you. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist. Try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the right. without bending your elbows, without bending your knees. Continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's nowhere you have to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through the nose, especially at the beginning of class. Just make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Once you can breathe, once you have the alignment, weight in the heels, arms at the ears, maybe you get a little deeper at the end, maybe you don't. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, come down, push, 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 change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Imagine you're leaning against a wall behind you. Inhale, stretch up nice and tall, abdomen in. Exhale, slowly bend your body to the left. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, push your hips to the right, stretch your upper body to the left, equal, simultaneous 50-50. Keep the weight in your heels, lift your kneecaps, squeeze your glutes, lock your legs, press your hips a little forward, keep your abdominal wall engaged, upper body back, keep your arms and your ears lengthen through the left arm and left leg. Push your right hip a little forward, get your two hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. This is the only posture I can't show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Keep the weight in your heels. Lock your legs. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward. And bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, abdomen in, fold. Hands to floor, drop your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is the U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, and flexible. Utasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your big toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Throughout the posture, keep stomach on thighs, chest on knees, eventually face to the shins, below the knees, maybe nose between the calf muscles. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Keep pulling, keep stretching, only if it feels good, never forcing the body. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, biceps with ears, squeeze your hands together as you lift up with a flat back. Nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, toes pointing forward. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, switch the grip. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Imagine you're between two panes of glass. You're simultaneously leaning your body against a wall behind you, and you could press your body against a wall in front of you at the same time. Press your heels down, lift your index fingers up, stretch up, and slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. So second set will probably feel a little bit different, might be a little bit more warmed up or just a little bit more aware of what you're working with. Sometimes in the first set, we go into it an inch and we're like, ooh, I am tight today. Or sometimes in the first set, we realize like, hey, I think I could have gone a little deeper, or I finally understand that alignment here, right? So just being aware of all of that stuff in the second set, adjusting as you need to. Scoop your right shoulder a little forward, left hip a little forward, weight in the heels, biceps with the ears, lengthen the arms, push the hips, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up, tall, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Squeeze your palms together. Grip strength is a big trick in this yoga class. Squeeze palms together up to the wrist straight, arms long, biceps with ears, chin away from the chest. It's a very proud posture, and you have so much to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Right hip a little forward without moving your hips. Left shoulder a little forward. Inhale, lengthen through the arms. Lock your legs. Exhale, slow. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up. Second heart opener. Let your stomach relax. Take a deep breath. Full lungs. Keep your eyes open. Drop your head back. Squeeze your butt. Lift your chest. And bring your arms back with your ears. So whole spine is back bending and the whole front of the body is opening. Keep the weight in your heels. Squeeze your thighs, your glutes. Press your hips forward, push your hands back a little bit more in the second set. Arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze your hands as you go down. Hands to floor, drop your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. So notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set and what's still a little tight or tender. And remember that there's no right or wrong to that question, right? You're just checking in with your body. Havana, hands to feet close. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down. Keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing. Eyes open, stomach in. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up. Push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come up with a flat back. Knees can bend, you want to hinge at your hips rather than rounding out. Nice, arms down. Maybe stand a little taller. Awkward Utasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, not too wide of a step, right? You want the insides of your feet perfectly parallel, like 11s. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles tight, abdomen in, fingertips active. Bend your knees, stick your butt out, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight, bring a little bit more weight back into your heels. Sit down more, chest up more, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, fingertips active. Spread your toes wide. Now lift your heels and come up all the way in your tiptoes, stretching through the toes. Lift up for a moment, hold here. And when you're ready, bend your knees, sit down. Breathe, lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, keep your toes pointing forward. Let your heels come a little off the floor, insides of the feet stay parallel, slowly sit down. Notice if your knees want to twist to one side as you sit, knees point forward, big toes, fingertips point forward. Stop when there's a ½ inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight from the side. Looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, good. Heels down, right foot back, arms and shoulders down. Take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right hip width distance. I'll show you from the side. Insides of your feet stay parallel. Arms up parallel to the floor. So triceps tight. Connect to your fingertips and feet. Feel your feet on the floor. Fingertips active. Bend your knees. Sit back and down. So you can stick your butt out and fold forward to get your thighs parallel to the floor. Abdomen in and lean your upper body back. Roll the shoulders back and down. Bring a little bit more weight back. So bring your shins back, knees back, hips back, lean back, chin up, chest up, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, really engage your lower abdominal wall, spread your toes wide, lift your heels all the way up. Concentrate and meditate. Don't even blink your eyes. Stretch up and sit down. Now eventually, you'll sit all the way down, leaning back. If you lean forward a little bit to sit down, that's okay, but what you don't want to do is stick your butt out, right? You want to tuck the tailbone under. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, keep the insides of your feet parallel, lift your heels a little, and slowly sit down. So you're trying to move your hips forward, lower abdomen back, spine straight. Stop when there's still a gap between your hips and heels. Lift up, drop your shoulders, reconnect to your fingertips and your big toes. Change, slowly come up, knees together, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Take a breath. Eagle pose, Garasana. We're gonna do the right side first. Keep in mind that I'm not mirroring you. This is my right side. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right elbow under left elbow, cross first at the elbows. Again, if you can at the wrists, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies towards the wall in front of you. Pull elbows down, one day fingers below the nose. Bend your knees, sit back and down. Shift your weight to your left foot and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg, I don't know why I made that voice. Right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Bring the weight back into your heel, keep breathing. Sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, left side, left arm, zoom, under right arm, left under right, palms together. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, sit back and down. Shift your weight to your right foot, keep your right knee bent, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Cross twist, and eventually wrap the foot. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Breathe. You might notice that this side feels a little or a lot different from the other side, and I'm right there with you. We are not symmetrical. You could do all the yoga in the world, and your two eyes would never be the same shape, right? We're not symmetrical. That's not the goal of yoga. The goal of yoga is just to get to know ourselves a little bit better and to enjoy our own company. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, right the second set. Swing your right arm under your left arm. A rare moment of momentum in class. Pull elbows down, sit back and down, keep your hips low and bring your right leg over your left leg. So one of the differences between yoga versus like ballet, circus, acrobatics, or contortion is that we're really limiting the amount of momentum we use, and the whole time it's like slow movements that engage the muscles. But there's a couple of exceptions to that, and letting your arms really like twist, right, is one of them. Push your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. So you can use momentum here, let your arms be floppy. Left arm under right arm, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. That's a technical term. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down. Stay down there, and bring your left leg over your right leg, right? So we have that moment of momentum, but then from here it's slow movements with breath. In and out through the nose. Right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward. Squeeze inner thighs, elbows together, sit down more. Elbows down more, bring your upper body back to the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Slowly arms down. Party time, you can grab a sip of water if you want. Oops. Cheers, friends. Okay, let us continue. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janu Shrasana. So again, one of the things that makes yoga a little bit different is that we want to go a little bit slower than you might if you were doing like contortion, right? Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. And point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, slowly start to round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. Sometimes we just want to get to the end and get our head on our knee. If that's you, there's no rush. Slow down. Be here now. If you know your left leg is locked, inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending, lift your hips up a little bit more. Lock both legs. If both legs lock your arms, puff up your chest, and bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. Bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor of your toes. Lift your left leg up and point your toes. Flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back to your face the whole time. Now you can stay right here, or maybe round down 1 inch, 2 fish, green fish, blue fish. Eventually pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Stay here for a moment. From start to finish, standing leg should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamppost, unbroken. You have no knee. If you know your right leg is locked, inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your left leg up. Take a breath. Kick your heel forward. Flex all 5 toes back towards your face from the ankle. You're training your Achilles to stretch. Your standing leg is bending. Lift your hips up until both legs lock. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an upside down L, like Linda. Puff up your chest to lengthen your spine. And then start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Reconnect to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. And change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend. Or an even. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Connect your foot to the earth. Get you really grounded in the standing leg. Lift your right leg up. Flex your toes back. Squeeze your glutes. Round down and pick up your right foot. Concentrate. Meditate. Don't take yourself too seriously, but do be patient. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. Patience and determination. If both legs lock, then bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. And when you go slow, you might find that you can hold longer and be more stable. Breathe. And when you're ready, reverse out. Take your time. Good for you. Hardest part's reversing out. It's all hard. It's a hard posture. It's cardiovascular too. Shift your weight to your right leg. Big toe points forward. Contract your inner thigh, outer thigh. Lift your kneecap. Squeeze your butt. Lift your left leg. Flex your toes back. Keep your heel under your knee from the side. As you're ready, round down. Pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Press your big toe down. Lift your inner thigh up. Press your hips forward. And when you're ready, slowly, gently lift your left leg up. Keep your face relaxed the whole time. That's actually in the dialogue. I don't often say it. It's like face relaxed. Heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. I'm like, this is my relaxed face. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly trim the chest. Put your exactly forehead on your knee. Hold and breathe. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Whew, good for you. Standing bow pulling pose. Dande Mana Dhanurasana, feet together. Bring your right hand up. Elbow touches the body. Palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, all right. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up and back. Right hip forward and down. Try to bring your knees together to start so your hips are in line. Lock your left leg. Point your right toes. Take a breath. Stretch off. And when you're ready, slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Slowly body down and leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. From the side, two heels in line. If you fall out like I did, you just take a breath and go again. Kick back and up. In other words, two shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Shoulder blade scapula stretching away from the body. Kicking and stretching equal, simultaneous. 50-50, the harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick, kick, kick. Change, slowly kick yourself up. Beautiful, Kevin and Rhoda. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up and back, left hip forward and down, knees together. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. Take your time. This side probably feels different from the other side. What is that? Why is that? How is that? Where is that? When is that? Put your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. There's so much to explore in these postures. What we look like in the postures doesn't tell us much. It might tell me like you were a ballerina, right? Or you had like a hip replacement. That doesn't say that much about who you are though, right? How you conduct yourself in the postures tells us a lot about where you are. Slowly bring the body down, so keep breathing. Patience and determination. Body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Good. So are you always hopping into the posture early? Are you always waiting till the last 10 seconds to go into it, right? Those are the questions of self-reflection that might help you notice, like, what are your tendencies outside of the yoga room? How you do one thing is how you do everything. Bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously swipe your left arm along the profile of your face. Create maximum space between your left fingers and right foot. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, right hip down, left hip back. Keep your chin and chest lifted, abdomen can relax. Body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change, pick yourself up slow. Okay, last one, here we go. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. You can do it, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Take your time. There are some people that can do the standing splits, but can only hold it for 5 seconds. There are other people who can hold this forever, but barely go an inch into the posture. Our balance happens when we have equal strength and flexibility. So you're trying to find a place where you can hold, but also a point where you can breathe and challenge yourself a little bit. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick, kick, kick. Good, change with control, kick yourself up. Without much fanfare, come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana, balancing stick, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs and stretch up. Engage your abdominal wall, squeeze your butt. Step your right foot forward like you're on a balance beam. Shift your weight to your right foot without grabbing the floor with your right toes. Point your left toes, lift up, and when you're ready, come down. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor from the side. Body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Squeeze your palms together, charge your body forward, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, left foot down, right foot back, stretch up tall, engage your abdominal wall. Step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, lift up, and tilt. Keep your arms with your ears, even if that means you don't come down as far. One day, body down and leg up, everything parallel to the floor. So chest down, chin a little bit forward. You want your neck long. Lift your right leg up a little bit more. Point your right toes, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, hold still. Can you hold still? Can you breathe? Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, stretch up. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, point your left toes, and when you're ready, come down. Push your biceps into your ears so it's a little bit hard to hear me. Squeeze your palms together, point your left toes, chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch. Change, left foot down, right foot back, stretch up tall, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, and when you're ready, tilt. Right hip down a little bit, right foot to the right, 2 hips in line. Push the ball of your left foot into the floor. Point your right toes. Charge your body forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. And enough of that. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will face you, standing, separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikram, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, big stretch. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. You can turn your toes in a bit or point your toes forward so the insides of your feet are parallel like 11s. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Look forward all the way down. Good. Grab your heels from behind. You can also grab the outsides of your feet, your pinky toes, or if you have tight knees and hamstrings, start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, and lock your legs. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching,
360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change. Slowly come up, take your time. Step your right foot back to the place, arms over your head, float your arms down. If your forehead touched the floor, no problem in the first set. Take a smaller step so your spine has room to stretch. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, maybe experiment with your step. Sometimes a wider step helps you out. The bigger isn't always better, right? If your step is too wide, you lose control of your legs, right? Then it's not so easy. You want to feel the stretch on the hamstrings, not the inner thighs. So too wide of a step, right? You want to actually bring it in more, a little counterintuitive. Second set, arms over your head sideways. Step your right foot to the right, big step. Lock your legs, lift your kneecaps, lift your chest, and go down without bending your knees, without rounding your spine. So almost want to arch your spine, stick your butt up, grab your heels. If you have a grip on your feet, bend your elbows, elbows to caps, lift your shoulders, shoulders to ceiling, stomach in, belly button spine. Everybody roll forward, keep pulling, keep stretching, lock your legs, lift your chest, touch your head to the floor, in between your feet. Very nice, change, slowly come up, legs locked, back flat, just like you went in. Good, step your right foot back, arms over your head, slowly with control, arms down. Okay, triangle, Trikonasana, inhale, arms overhead, big stretch. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back. Turn your right foot out, turn it out a half inch more, maybe left toes in a little bit. Two heels in line. Inhale, bend your right leg and lunge. You want your knee over your ankle with your right thigh bicep parallel to the floor. Taking a wider step or pressing your left hip forward might help you to sit down more. Lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms at the same time. Right elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, profile of your face visible to the side wall. Push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Sit down more, chest up more, turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change. Move your arms first, straighten your legs second. Right toes in, other side, left toes out. Make sure your two heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. Then you can take a wider or shorter step if it helps you to sit down. You want your knee over your ankle, not to the right of your ankle. Sit down low, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. Elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Never touch the floor. Look up toward the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, suck your stomach in and breathe through your nose. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, sit down more, chest up more, get the left torso off of the left thigh, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your whole right foot, even your pinky toe flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, push your left foot into the floor to come up, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and arms down. Take a breath. Go again, second set, arms over your head. Step your right foot to the right, big step. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg and lunge. So notice if your knee is going to the left of your ankle, you want your knee directly over your ankle. Sit down low, sit as low as you can, lean back and move your arms. So let's say your right thigh isn't yet parallel to the floor. Come down a little bit so that your wrist or maybe forearm is in front of the knee. You don't want to collapse all the way down, but you also don't want to stay all the way up, right? You want one long 45-degree angle from your ankle to the crown of your head. Look up, stretch up, right rib cage forward, turn, twist, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, press the right heel into the floor. Right toes in, left toes out a little bit more, two heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, lunge. Keep your right leg locked the whole time. Sit down, keep breathing, lean back, stomach in, move your arms, elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe, look up, stretch up, triceps tight. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, left rib cage forward, right rib cage back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg. Left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and slowly with control, arms down. Good. Try to move at my pace, not because like I say so, it's not Simon Says, but because that's just like one less thing that you have to think about, right? Standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayavana, Vihattapada, Janushirasana. Inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room, turn your back toes in, press your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, beyond your flexibility, 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle, stretch up, flex your chin to your chest, and go down, chin to chest, abdomen in, round your spine, touch your exactly forehead and knee together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips just beyond your big and second toe, bring maximum weight to your right front foot, right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line, 2 shoulders in line. That way both sides of your back are equally the same. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lift both kneecaps, lock both legs. Bring your hands together first and change. Slowly come up, go slow, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Notice if your step is shorter or if your heels are crisscross. Uncross your heels and make sure you still have at least a meter between your feet. Turn your back toes in, press your right hip forward, left rib cage back. Lock your right leg, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So your back leg should stay straight and engaged the whole time. Chin to chest, belly button to ceiling, touch your forehead and knee together. Now to touch your forehead and knee together, you can bend your front leg like I'm doing. You can also try taking a wider or shorter step. You can really push your fingertips into the floor to round your spine. However, if rounding your back this much does not feel good, don't do it. Flatten out your back a little bit, right? You're never forcing the body. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing. But you do want to try again, right? So maybe second set or tomorrow or next month, right? Eventually forehead and knee come together. Never, ever, ever give up. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together first. Change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, left rib cage back, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, slowly, arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms overhead sideways, palms together, only cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. Step your right foot to the right, a generous step, be generous with yourself. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, press your left hip forward, palms together, wrist straight, stretch up, tuck chin to chest and go down. Imagine your arms are an extension of your spine. Balance challenge, maybe keep hands together. Ooh, I have sweat rolling into my eyes. What a nostalgic feeling, right? Like the hot yoga days where your nose was burning and sweat was running into your eyeballs. Oh, I miss it. Chin to chest, touch your forehead and knee together. Front side compression, throat choke, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together. First, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with ears. Head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to face you this time. Make sure your heels are in line, but not crisscross. That'll make it hard to balance. Turn your back toes in. Press your right thigh forward. Left hip back. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest. Go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your front foot all the way down. Chin to chest. Abdomen in. Touch your forehead and knee together. Bring your weight into your front foot. Left hip up, right hip down, so your 2 hips are in line. One's not like higher than the other, right? That way you're not twisting or crunching into your spine. Pull the abdomen in with your exhale breath. Push forehead into knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Go slow. The slower you go, the more muscles you use to come up. Head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels. Right foot back. Arms down. Okay, come to the middle of your mat and towel for tree pose, Tadasana. This is our hip opening series. Big toe points forward. Lift your left knee back and lift your right leg up. Turn the knee out to the side. At first, maybe your ankle is on your shin, your knee, your thigh. Eventually, heel to costume. Sole of foot flat to the ceiling in this version of tree pose. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. Right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand. Notice if one hip is higher than the other, right? Right hip down, right hip forward, shoulders back and down, block your left leg. Good, change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right foot, feel your right foot firmly grounded into the floor. Lift your left leg up, feel the costume, let your left knee drop. Again, this side might feel different. Move your left hip forward, left knee back, left hand up. And if you can balance, right hand, but if you're like me and your foot falls, just hold on to your foot the whole time. Rather than sticking your butt out, you want to tuck your tailbone under, draw the elbows down, shoulders down, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling, abdomen engaged. Change, left leg down. You can do a second set of tree. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. You can bring one or both hands together, and as you're ready, fold forward. Keep looking at that spot on the floor. The cool thing about your vision is it's 90% peripheral, which means you can focus on one thing and still be aware of your surroundings. Once hands touch the floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee and sit. So I'm still focusing on the floor, but I'm aware of where my body is in time and space. Start to walk your hands back to either side of your hips. Check in, make sure you're breathing. Point your right toes. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, spine straight. Come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. And then press your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh, and lift your left leg up. Now, you can bring both hands together, but if your foot is prone to falling like mine is, just hold on to your foot on the way down. As you're ready, fold forward. Go down with a flat back if you've been coming for a while. Hands to floor, lean forward, bend your knees, sit down. So eventually your back is straight the whole time. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, point your left toes, press your left hip forward, left hand, right hand, spine long, come a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or push your hands into the floor to lift your hips up, and then press your hips forward to lift your torso up. Good, change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. We're on the floor for the rest of class. Going to adjust our camera angle just a little bit here. Whee, okay, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Heels together, toes fall open. So fun, okay. Heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. So, you know, in like traditional hot yoga and in yoga studios, a lot of like Bikram or former Bikram studios have a very like militant method of teaching yoga, which is like, don't pick up your foot until I say pick up your foot. Don't kick out until I say kick out. And on the one hand, like there's some really good things about this, right? It's really beginner friendly because new people can watch everyone move together and be like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. But on the other hand, right, sometimes that can get like, oh, to me, a little bit iffy, right? Like you shouldn't just listen to what your teacher is saying for the sake of listening to them. You should be listening to them because it makes sense. So I tend to shy away from like telling people like, only go when I say go. But again, the flip side of that, even in a home practice where like you're not necessarily practicing around someone else who's brand new looking to you for advice, the thing that I love about practicing on like the teacher's cues is that, again, it's just one less thing for you to think about. Like as adults, we make so many decisions throughout our day, and it's really nice to have, for me at least, it's nice to have someone else who's like, okay, pick up your foot, okay, kick your foot out, right, or whatever it is. And the other part of it is that I'm a trained professional, right? So there's a method to like why I'm telling you the pace, right? So just notice if you like rush a little bit, right, that you want to slow down, or conversely, if you're the type of person who will wait for like the last 10 seconds to get into a posture, notice that too, and try to just go right on time. So you're not rushing, but you're also not late. It's like the the Nirvana lyric, right? Hurry up or take your time. The choice is yours, but don't be late. Havana Utasana, bend your right leg up. Interlock your 10 fingers. Grab your right shin just below the knee. Nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Completely avoid your rib cage. Look down the center line of your body. Hold and breathe. Change, right leg down, left leg up. Pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Change, left leg down, both legs up. Grab your elbows each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down, eyes open, take a breath. Second set, bend your right leg up, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. Notice if you're rolling way to the right, try to get your left shoulder down, left glute down, left calf down, breathe. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. So 2 shoulders, 2 hips on the floor, keep your left foot relaxed, right foot relaxed, squeeze and breathe. And change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, other elbow on top, give yourself another big squeeze, your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, tuck your chin in a little bit, puff your chest up a little bit, press your shins into your forearms. Eventually, all parts of your back are on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, feet us on your stomach. I do it all the time. If your back's feeling good and you're feeling sassy, here we go. Legs together, arms over your head, cross your thumbs, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to the floor, forehead to knees. Okay, turn. Everybody lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like the cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use your back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent and make an L and 90-degree angle. Roll your shoulders back and down. Stretch your elbows to your hips. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, elbows point up, feet together, lock your legs, squeeze your tush, look up, and lift. Lift your kneecaps off the floor without lifting your feet. Lock your legs. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, hips into the floor, hands flat on the floor. You want to feel your arms activate a little bit. Shoulders back, chest proud. Look up beyond your eyebrows. Lock your legs. Lift your chin and chest. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat. Arms down, eyes open. The other cool thing about going at the pace of a teacher, at least when I'm a student, right? One of the other things that I like about it is that it ensures, or it helps me practice active listening, right? If you're actively listening to someone when they say okay, start to kick or whatever that is, right? Then you know that you're engaged. You're really in the present moment. Sometimes when our mind wanders, that's when we get a little bit off of the beat of the class. Bring your chin forward. Locust Shalabhasana, arm straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you as best you can, one day pinky fingers touch. Spread your fingers wide. Walk your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90, see the foot come directly over the top of your head. Press your hands back, roll forward, lift your heel, change, right leg down, relax your right leg, walk your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. Shoulders down, fingers wide apart. Squeeze your left glute, use your hamstring, your calf, your quad, lock your leg, lift your heel, change, left leg down. Third part, best part, tuck your chin and mouth down, neck neutral, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, push your hands back, roll forward and lift both legs up. So you wanna push your hands and wrists back, roll forward, come up. Everybody come up, you can do it. Struggle a little harder. Don't give up, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the right, lift your on your mat and take a breath. There's this study that I read a couple years back about adult listening and adult learning. And they were looking at like, when do adults listen the best and who do they listen the best to? And this is interesting. As adults, it turns out that the people that we listen the least to are like our partners, the people we live with, our best friends. Some of you might be laughing at this, right? Because you've either done it or been on the receiving end. And the reason, right, is because like, I know what my partner is going to say. So I'm not going to listen to them because I already know the story I've heard it a million times over. I already know what's going to happen in this conversation. I've heard that story before, right? I know what joke they're going to make. That's what's going on in our head. But it also means that we miss valuable information from the people that we care about the most. Second set, bring your chin forward, arm straight position, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you, lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle. Get your thigh off the floor, sole of the foot flat to the ceiling, lift your heel up, change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. Shoulders down, squeeze your triceps, squeeze your glutes, lock your leg, lift your thigh. Change, left leg down, grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down, make up your mind, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up, roll forward, knees, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, stretch your big toes to the back wall, lock your legs, lift up 1 more inch, hold. Change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out, look to the left, right here on your mat. So when you listen to like the pace of a yoga instructor, you're practicing active listening. But here's the other thing, what I believe about that study. We also don't listen to ourselves, especially in a repetitive yoga sequence. The plus side of a repetitive yoga sequence is that it's meditative, right? You know what's coming next, there's safety in that. But the downside is that sometimes we think, I don't need to listen to myself, right? Because I already know the story. I know that I can do this posture. I know that I can't do this posture. I know that's my limitation. So I'm not going to listen to myself in the class, right? And that's where you really get in trouble. Forget listening to the instructor, right? You want to listen to yourself. But sometimes in practicing that adult listening with others, you're then better able to listen to yourself as well, right? And you ultimately, at the end of the day, are always the most important person in your life. Bring your chin forward, full locust, Pranayama, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up, and lift arms, body, head, legs. Everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Lock your legs a little bit more, stretch your arms apart, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, left ear on your mat, and take a breath, inhale, and exhale. Second set, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Everything lifts off the floor. Keep your fingertips active, right? You want to connect through your fingers and your toes. Toes are active, toes are pointed. Lock your legs. Can you lift your arms a little higher than the top of your head? One day, like you're doing the YMCA at a bat mitzvah, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, right ear on your mat, and take a breath. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. If you can't grab both feet, first set, grab one foot, opposite arm out in front. Second set, switch it up. Point your toes, squeeze your buns, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good, continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, and wrists straight. Point your toes, look up to the ceiling, get your thighs off the floor, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, and take a breath. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your tush, look up to the ceiling, and kick into your hands. Point your big toes to the ceiling, pinky toes to the ceiling. Bring the insides of your wrists closer together so your wrists are straight. You want your ankles and knees about hip width distance. You're squeezing the shoulders together, open through the chest. One day, let the shoulders roll back and open. Look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself down. Look to your left, right here on your mat, and let that one go. Bring your chin forward. Put your hands on the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat for fixed firm. I'll show you the first set from the side. Open your knees, open your feet so you're in tabletop. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time till one day you sit down between your heels. Put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and fold. So this is a good example of like, sometimes we tell ourselves a story in the postures. And the story could be, I can always do this posture, or the story might be, I'll never be able to do this posture. And both of those are probably untrue, right? The more important thing is like, you always do this posture, you still want to go in with caution because sometimes our knees are a little achy. Or if you never sit your butt down onto the floor, keep visualizing your hips sinking down. And one day you'll surprise yourself a little bit and it'll be so nice. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So we're not just paying attention to what we do, but how we do it, right? How fast we're rushing into things. And if you believe in the premise that how you do one thing is how you do everything, it can be really exploratory. So like in my personal life outside of yoga, I am both extremely anxious and hesitant, and at the same time, very impatient. So sometimes if I like jump ahead of an instructor, that impatient part of my personality is coming out. Or sometimes if I wait until the last 10 seconds to hop into a posture, it's that part of me that's telling myself, I'm not enough. You'll never be able to hold it the whole time. So you're going to wait until the end, right? And both of those are probably not true, right? That's where the going on time kind of helps get you out of that ego space, that fear space. You can always get the sit up by rolling off to the side, or legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. And if you're thinking to yourself, I just go into postures late, it has nothing to do with my personality, go ahead and ask your partner or roommate what they think about that after class. Second set, open your knees, open your feet. You can walk your hands back. I promise there's a reason to not just what we're doing, but how you're doing it. Slowly over time, you're gonna sink your hips down, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other. Look down the center line of your body, take a breath. Change. Put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, very nice. Turn around, Savasana. So we've talked a lot about, like hurry up, take your time, the choice is yours, don't be late. But here's the thing, sometimes you're late or sometimes you're early for a very good reason, right? Like your mind wandered and you hopped in a little early, that's okay. Or like you had to adjust your mat and you hopped in a little bit late. Again, what gets dangerous is when we get into like always or never. If you're always early or you're never early or you're never on time, right? That's one thing. But if occasionally you're, like, oh, I have to fix my shorts or whatever it is, of course, take your time. You got to skip a posture, modify, of course, do it. Listen to your body. But just notice if you're like always, anxious to get to the next step, or you're always kind of like, let me wait till I hear kick, kick, kick to hop in. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Come to the back of your mat. I'm going to show you from the side. Half tortoise, Ardha knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down slowly with control. Squeeze feet together, forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor, arms locked. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Feels so good. Change, come up, squeeze your feet together as you lift up, abdominal wall engaged. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Remember that if the sit-ups are bothering your back, you can always get the sit-up by rolling off to the side. The sit-ups, like everything else we do, are optional. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up or roll up. Good, okay. Come to the back of your mat, second set. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together. Cross your thumbs, stretch off and go down. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Tilt your pinky fingers forward, wrists straight, arms long. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, come on up, arms with ears, abdomen very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. A final word on like going at the pace of your instructor. Your instructor is a human being, and unfortunately in yoga and a lot of yoga, there are human beings who are teachers who take advantage of vulnerable people. If your teacher says jump and jump does not make sense, don't jump, sit down. Right? So on the one hand, yes, we're like going along with someone's cues, with somebody's tempo, all that stuff. But on the other hand, at the end of the day, yoga should always be about you, not about me, not about whoever's like talking or teaching. It's always about you. And what makes sense to you, trust that instinct. Go with that. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay. Come to, did we do 2 sets of, yeah, we did. Okay, come to the top of your mat. Somebody give me a thumbs down if not. Come to the top of your mat for Camel Utasana. I'm going to show you from the side. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and feet. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers to the floor. Press your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up, lift your nose, lift your chin. One big hug goes back. Option to stay here or go back halfway and freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, or if you have to lean back with a flat back to grab your heels, keep your hands on your lower back. It's better support for your spine. You want your hips over your knees the whole time. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Notice what story you're telling yourself. And if it's not a true one, if it's not a kind one, and if it's not kind, it's not true. If it's not a true or kind one, let it go. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So the same way sometimes what a yoga teacher might say doesn't make sense for us, sometimes that initial voice in your head also doesn't actually make sense, right? You can roll up your mat a little bit, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back. So if you're thinking right now, like, I'm not enough, or I could never do that, right? Get out of here. Put your palms on your soles, but actually stay. Bring your elbows together. Keep your eyes open. A little bit goes a long way. One, drop your head back. One day, go back halfway. Freeze in the middle, check in. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, grab your heels. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back. Be still and breathe. Change. Put your hands on your back first. Press yourself up with control. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Letting everything stretch out and realign, right? This is a huge heart opener, deep compression to the spine. And now we just let the body like lengthen and reset. After our deepest back bend, we do our deepest forward curl. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, come to the middle of your mat, rabbit pose, Asana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down slowly with control. Chin to chest, forehead to knees, top of head to forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. If your feet are coming off the floor or your grip is sliding, ease up a little bit. Squeeze your heels together.
Press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl.
Vertebra by vertebra, just by disc, head up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. And as a note, I really believe firmly that the vast majority of yoga teachers, by the way, are not taking advantage of you. But obviously there are examples of people like Bikram, like Patabi Joy. Like, unfortunately, it's kind of throughout yoga, and it's rooted right in like patriarchy, misogyny, a certain like culture, a certain time period, right? That all that came out with. Unfortunately, some of the like leaders of different lineages of yoga have taken advantage of students. So I'm going to guess the majority of teachers that you meet in your life are not like that, but I also always feel called to say, if somebody's telling you jump and it does not make sense to jump, sit down. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up tall, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin to chest, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up, squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. And the other thing about yoga teachers is sometimes we have a bad day, or sometimes, you know, as humans, like we just don't get along with everybody the way that nobody gets along with. So, you know, there might be somebody who doesn't necessarily like, isn't trying to take advantage of you, but your personalities don't align, or they say something that doesn't sit well with you. That's pretty normal too, right? Most, like, we're all humans, there's all gray areas and everything. But again, I think in general, yoga teachers tend to be nice people, but you just, you know, again, you're always listening to your own instinct, your own gut. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, we're gonna do 2 quick sets of head to knee with stretching. Right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L, as in legs. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Put your forehead on your knee, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, soft your stomach in, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, big stretch. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, touch your forehead and knee together. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, bend your elbows down, right elbow down, right sit bone down. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. In the dialogue, it actually says 10 to 15 times. So eventually the legs are straight. You can keep your knees bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out even more, lock your legs, puff up your chest and fold forward. Stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees, stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Good, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, second set, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs, make a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, touch your forehead and knee together. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going, see if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Bend elbows down, suck stomach in, left shoulder down, left sit bone down, 2 shoulders in line. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee, try to lock your leg, elbows to floor, belly button to ceiling, shoulders down, right elbow down, right shoulder down, rolling to the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, option to stay here or lay down. I'm gonna show you from the side and sit up. So second set, I'm gonna show you from the side, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. You can even pull your butt out from under you if it helps you, it helps me. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, pump up your chest and fold. Shoulders back, chest forward, spiral inner thighs down.
Flex pinky toes back, keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing, lock your legs.
Change, stay seated. We're gonna float a spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor. Touch your right heel to left knee, right arm close behind you, thumb pointing towards you. Left arm up and over, draw a circle. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel, and knee all touch. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, pull your abdomen in, look over right shoulder twist. You can stay here, your hand behind you for support, or bring your arm out to the side, palm faces the wall behind you. Reach behind you, try to catch your left thigh with your right hand for the bind. Point your left toes, keep your right foot on the floor, left knee on the floor, spine straight. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. Wee, bend your right leg on the floor. Touch your left heel to right knee. Left arm close behind you, right arm up. Draw a circle over. Grab your right knee with your right hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your hand behind you or reach behind you, touch your right thigh with your left hand for a half bind. Keep spine straight, chest lifted. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. And the same way that how you do one thing is how you do everything. It's the same for everyone else. Nothing happens in a vacuum. So like my experience at teacher training with Bikram was that he's a really good teacher of asana and he was super controlling. And when he would talk about his guru, Vishnu Ghosh, it was the same thing. A lot of it sounded like that's a really good teacher of asana, and it sounds a little bit like child abuse, what you're describing, right? So part of also what we're doing through yoga is breaking, we're like honoring lineages and roots of yoga while at the same time breaking cyclical violence, right? Does that make sense? And I love yoga deeply. And we are breaking that cycle of like where gurus who again do not exist in a vacuum can sometimes take advantage of their practitioners. So we're both carrying on the lineage, the roots of yoga, but leaving the stuff that doesn't work in 2021 behind. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay. Take what works, leave the rest. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. But every once in a while, try to sit on your feet because it's easier for your diaphragm to move in this posture. It's more supported when you sit up like this. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. All you have to do is exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you exhale through your mouth as you pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically take in air. Sit up tall, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Relax. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Take a breath. Take what works for you and leave the rest. But also remember that, sometimes we tell ourselves a story that was maybe true at the moment, but is no longer the case. Right? So if sitting on your feet is not working for you, sit on your butt. But be careful if that becomes a I could never sit on my feet statement. Take what works for you, leave the rest, but stay in the present moment. Never, ever, ever give up. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And all is coming.